Alright. So, hopefully this is up. Be waiting around to see if people show up, so. Rehost this. Alright, people come back in. I am going to grab a snack preemptively this time, though, because last time I got kind of hungry. Be back in a sec. Well then, I guess we're just waiting on people to show up again. Hopefully they'll remember and will. Otherwise, I don't know. Stuff. Well, this will be a really short session if no one actually shows up to it. Well, give them a couple minutes. Hopefully people still exist and still actually want to do this. Do, do, do. Really bored, gonna play some music. Like the opposite of what I was just humming, but whatever. I can dig this at least. Well, don't worry about it. You are even in this stream yet. If Mikey doesn't get back yet, I can probably just say his character books it back to the ship, or back to the helicopter landing pad. So honestly, he's fast enough, he'd probably get there in like 3 turns if he tried. Yeah, may as well. You know, I just kind of assumed you guys wanted to do, like, voice RP stuff. Would you guys be more comfortable with, like, text or something? Just using the game table chat browser thing or something? Or was Richard the only one actually in the stream? Because they're the only ones that can hear me. I'm useless still. The hell? How many different saws does one little Swiss Army knife need? I get embarrassed too easily when I do this kind of stuff. So I can't go with what I planned if I manage to plan anything through embarrassment. So that's why I can't get into it. It pisses me off. Because I want to. What even is this thing?
Y'all ready for this? Yeah. Jack Rabbit.
Alright, so I guess we're just waiting for Creel to finish being done, and for Richard to get back then. Bleh. Oh, cool. I'll leave it up to you guys, I guess. appropriate music for this, huh? Alright, I'm gonna call, so stop the stream if you guys are listening. Hello.
Hi.
Time to not hit more zombies.
Well, let's hope you have a bit more luck. You squished one right good, though.
That was a kill.
Smash into the rock, but that was about it.
Ah, come on, it was cool. Alright, so last we left off, we were in the middle of combat with a bunch of zombies that somehow managed to sneak up on the party, but whatever. So,
and apparently are like as fast as lightning because they can't get hit ever.
they shuffle oddly, which makes them more of a pain to hit than originally
It's like the
thought.
Twitchers from Dead Space.
Sure. But, you guys have just finished, so it is in fact their turn. Well, I say their turn, but really, you guys just have so much speed that none of you are going to have a lower initiative than them ever, so whatever. So, we have a couple dead ones now, so let's see, 2 got fragged, 8 got fragged, and that was what, 5? 5 got fragged. Which means you've all successfully killed one. Some of you with progress on getting another one down. So, as it is their turn, well, turn 1 goes first. Again, crouching precariously on his fallen brethren, which is impaled into the rock. He'll try and climb up and swipe at Susie with his horrible zombie creepy hands. And 2 misses by quite a lot. He isn't really in a good position to hit, so yeah, he just kind of flails wildly at the air in front of him. Yeah, it's about as effective as you would think.
None at all.
Yeah, pretty much. So then, it's Claw Zombo 7, who's been antagonizing poor Spin Cycle over there, who still has a shield pointed at it because it's a horrible, nasty, spiky death claw zombie. And no one really likes that. So it's going to be attacking with its horrible, spiky claw hand. And fail most utterly. And then with its non-clawing hand, also fail. Impressive use of 99 and then 66. If my next percentage roll is 33, I'm going to be kind of annoyed. So he swipes uselessly at your shield some more, not really getting any hits in. Then it is Zombo's 6, which, let's see how far it can actually move. I've probably been doing at least some of this wrong. But it does look like it can get close enough to good old Charles over there to get a couple smacks in. Zombo 4, however, can only go, even with double movement, about yay far. Because he got all damp and soggy and can't move very fast. Zombo 6, however, is going to throw 2 of his creepy, scratchy zombie hands at Charles. And, again, fail utterly. These percentage dice do not favor much of anyone in this encounter. So, all that leaves is standing is Zombo 3, who's at Spin Cycle's back, and still trying to swipe him with his zombie hands. And one of them hits, so roll for either, or your options are deflect, dodge, or stand there and hope your armor can take it.
Deflect.
Alright, roll to try and deflect. Do 1, that looks like a no. So, he hits for 7 damage, and
Zombies are fucking tough.
yeah, well, they're robot plant hybrid zombie monsters. I don't know, that makes them better than squishy human zombies, I guess.
Hey,
Anyway,
he's all squishy.
they're plenty squishy. So,
I have armor, so
yeah,
just 2 damage.
you got 5 armor, so it does total of 2 damage to you. It nicks you a little bit. He's starting to kind of piss you off, but you're not in any serious harm quite yet. And that is the end of the zombos. So, it starts at the top of the round with Charles. What you gonna do? Zombies all up in your face.
What you do when the zombies come for you?
Pretty much.
I'm going to slice him in the face.
Alright, you gonna roll normal attack?
Yeah, just normal attack.
Alright. Roll percentage.
Not specifically the face, but
Well,
somewhere close. And I miss horribly.
yeah.
You're just not good.
Well,
Then I will...
you got lucky on a bunch of hits earlier, so
Yeah. Redemption!
yeah, pretty much.
And,
So you still got your general action with your insane movement speed, so
yeah.
Like, you might as well just go run a marathon, I mean.
Yeah.
run around him in circles a couple times.
Let's see here.
Kinda neat if you could do that and, like, disorient the target.
Zombies are how fast?
Might give you style points for it. You've observed them going no more than 10 yards if they actually try and attack you.
10 yards per, like, one movement, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
You go anything above that and they can't really get to you.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's rules in Berserk for if you can't use the extra combat action as a general action, so they can move further and attack, albeit at a penalty.
Alright.
Actually, I haven't even counted that penalty.
I will
Whatever.
move around. So I'm at number 6. Then run like hell for like 20 meters.
Yards.
Yards.
I suppose they're roughly similar, aren't they?
Something like that. Which I need to know. Alright, so right there. There it is. Well, great. Here. There we go.
Oh, there you are. Moved off screen for me for a sec there. Alright. So you run all the way down to there, annoying the poor zombos to no end. Yeah, you're fast enough to get that far, you crazy bastard. Alright, so that's the end of your turn, and it goes to Spin Cycle. You're still surrounded. The zombies are kind of lame. They aren't really hurting you that much, though.
I spend my general action charging, and then I use my detergent gun.
More detergent on Claw Zombo, I assume?
Yeah, claw zombo.
Alright, roll to see if you can hit him. That looks like a no.
Boo.
I wonder if I should give... Yeah, well... That is a miss. The little pavement behind you kind of smells a bit nicer, but... or behind him, I guess. And it's kind of slippery. That's about the result of that.
So you heard story told before, hey guys, one time I fought a bunch of zombies, but didn't even hit any of them.
Shh. I'm gonna have to look at more and see if I can make it,
Like lower the percentile.
or make it easier to hit. I'll look into the rules a bit, because these zombies aren't like
Particularly difficult.
people and trying to avoid being shot. These are just like kind of twitchy, mostly standing still targets. Imagine you have a slightly better... Anyway. For now, though, I'll keep the rules the same. Though I'll promise to look into that, because this is kind of ridiculous. Alright, so you charged, and then you missed. So, yeah, turn over. Susie, you're still flailing around with that one zombie on top of the other zombie, with some zombies walking around below you now.
Alright. Jeez, where did abandon everybody, Charles?
Hey, he's not that far.
Okay, first I'd like to aim,
Alright.
and then I'll roll percentile for... What? All my macros are gone.
Oh, I think you have to, like, save them and something. It's weird.
It's a 1d100, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Sweet.
Yeah, that looks like a good hit.
Bash it in the frickin' face.
Alright. Are you using your berserk, or are you not?
I might as well.
Alright.
Uh,
So it's a power level 2 attack then.
So... D20...
No, 2d10.
D10, sorry.
D20 would work, but you'd have a lower average than you would with 2d10.
D10. Alright. Boom.
9 damage!
I still need to roll the percentile for the second hit, don't I?
You might want to hold off on that, because that squishes him dead.
Oh, okay.
You punch him, and then his upper torso goes flying back into the rocks, with his lower torso just kind of staying on for a
Slumping
zombie.
over.
And he kind of just flops in half, and his upper torso impacts the crater, sending little cracks outwards, but otherwise just kind of sits there.
I'm not close enough to punch either 6 or 4, right?
Nope, and since you aimed, you don't have your general action anymore. You can use... I'm pretty sure you could use the second combat action as a general action, but that's kind of sketchy in my mind. Let me look it up real quick.
Alright.
'Cause that seems like something that might not be so weird.
Might not fly.
I don't know, it says you just take a second combat action, and it says you can take combat actions as general actions.
So I can still, like, move.
You could move, I guess, sure. Actually, yeah, sure. So you can use that second
well,
combat action as a movement action.
I might as well. How far can I move again?
What, like 20 yards, I think? You are up in the air a bit, so keep that in mind.
Can I just kind of, like, hover 13 yards over to the, northwest? No?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll just... right over here.
You float over that ways.
Did you say float?
Float.
Oh.
Float? What?
Float. I was like,
Anyway, that is... Let me go change the Zombo's name. This is now Dead Zombo 1. So now there's 2 Zombos broken and shattered upon the rock. That I'm glad I put there, because it made this fight slightly more interesting. Alright, so... with that, it's Zombo's turn. I'll just go with these 2 first. They can go... That one's recovered from its fluidy status. So it goes 10 yards that way, and then 10 yards down that way. This one goes... 10 yards that way, 10 yards that way. They use all their movement to get over to you. Say hi. Go brains. There. There we go. So, Claw Zombo 7 over here is going to try and swipe its spin cycle. Maybe have more luck than last time. And with his Evil Claw hand, nope, with his not claw hand. Also no. Yep. He's brushing up against a shield again, not really doing much. Zombo behind you, which has had surprisingly more luck than the other two. Not this round. Alright. So, combat's going a bit faster, abridging their turns a little bit.
With less zombies.
Zombies are running, we're running out of zombies. They're officially half of them dead, I think.
It's about time we kill those zombies.
Yeah, about time you guys killed these zombies.
I
So-
blame you, Mark.
Huh?
Blame you.
Well, blame accepted, I guess, because these are my zombies. Anyway, so, Charles III, it's your turn. There's some zombies in front of you. What you gonna do?
Alright, let's slash them at them.
You should kill the zombies.
Kill the zombies. Alright. 10. Yes, I hit them.
Yep, that sounds like a hit.
Alright. And...
Yeah,
Tries-
I need
Yeah,
two.
he still fails. Because even though he successfully dodged, your attack rating is a lot higher than his dodge rating, so
yeah.
it's kind of pointless.
You said 1 is 10, right?
If it's percentile dice...
Oh, it's percentile dice?
Wait. Are you rolling for damage, or...
Yeah, I'm rolling for damage.
Then a 0 is 10 still.
0 is
Um,
10.
no.
Alright. So I figured...
Try not to use the percentile dice for damage, because then it just gets confusing.
I'm not.
Right.
And 5 damage to... against Zombo number 4.
5 damage to Zombo number 4.
Song.
Zombo number 4.
It's Mambo number 4.
Yeah, that's actually the one you hit earlier, and that's enough to finish him off.
Yes.
So, with another kind of acidy, corrosive cleave, you chop him down the torso, and his left half kind of splits apart from his right half as oil and corrosive goop and weird plant fluids gush from the giant open wound, and he falls apart into little bits.
Like Samurai Jack. Yeah.
Sure.
Alright.
Dead
Then-
Zombo 4. Alright, and that is your combat action, movement, general action.
Then I will...
More kiting the zombos?
Huh?
Nothing.
I will run up another 20 yards. Which was... Shit, I gotta block. Yeah, that block. We...
Run around those zombos like they're standing still, which they are. So, you run back over that way. Kind of rejoining with Susie there. Alright, you done?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're done. Alright, spin cycle. You're still surrounded. No one's really hit
What?
anything in the last whole round.
I charge again, and then aim at Zombo 7 again.
Alright. That definitely looks like a hit.
Hooray!
So yep, that'll be 2d10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
7 and 8. That's a lot. He didn't have much health left. So... yeah, that's enough to finish him off. He has met his soapy demise at the hands of the detergent gun.
God damn it. That gun.
He gargles a bit, and then just slumps over to the side as he starts oozing kind of creepily.
Balls.
He slumps over, oozes a bit. Still could use probably an air freshener, but is definitely better than some of the other zombos around here.
You.
Alright, so, Susie, it's your turn.
Alright.
You've punched some
first
things
off-
to death. There's a bunch of dead zombies now.
Yeah, there are a bunch of big zombies. Where are they all at?
You got number 3 still harassing Spin Cycle's butt, and then there's number 6 down here, which has been left in the dust by Charles again.
I can't even... What's my distance? It's like 24?
I think you're faster than that. Let me find your character sheet.
The zombie might just be out of my range. The base is.
Your
20.
baseline speed is 30 yards, so
Oh, okay, so I can do it.
you can go pretty far.
Alright, well,
Even if you're up in the air, you can still get to 3 and 6 probably.
I can get to 6. So I go over to 6, and since I've already used my general action, I just kind of take a swing at it.
Alright, you gonna do Berserk or no?
Well, I want to see how much damage that does.
Alright. That looks like it's within your range, so you hit.
Alright.
Punch him!
Finish him!
Not the most impressive punching, but I'll take it. You smack him for 5 points. He kind of flops back a bit as you hit him, but keeps shuffling.
Alright, well, you know what? Since he's still alive and kicking, I'll just go for it again. Just a little bit less power. No, not even.
No.
Not even.
Not even close.
I followed up with a punch, and since he flops back, I just swung right over.
Yep. You weren't expecting it. So it's a swing and a miss, but a good swing and a hit too. So, it is the Zombo's turn. There's only 2 of them now. And the one Zombo that you just tried to punch is going to try and get some revenge on you. And swing his horrible zombie hands at you and horribly fail because you're just so fast and flying. And punching him in the face.
This is so silly.
He doesn't even fully recover from his flinch. He just kind of flails upwardly with his horrible zombie hands.
He's a little confused as what just happened.
Yeah, he doesn't know your fists of fury are too fast, even for you. You can't handle it. So, Zombo number 3 is going to take another couple... Actually, since you finished off Zombo 7, you want to realign your shield to 3 real quick?
Oh yeah.
Since you forgot?
Yeah.
Alright. So you point your shield back at Zombo 3, who's probably can't even hurt you anymore, but he's going to try. He failed. Alright. He continues his useless flailing against your shield. You hardly even feel it. His weight is not behind these attacks, as he is still trying to figure out how the hell he's even standing at the moment. So, that is the end of the Zombo's turn. It goes to Charles. Standing back. Zombos are dead. Stuff's going on.
Taking out Zombo. Alright. I will go up to Zombo number 6 and slash him.
You zip all the way back over there because you're so goddamn fast and slash at him.
And
Percentile.
nope.
Too fast.
And swing and a miss.
Wait, too fast, too quick.
Yeah.
You're so fast, his stupid flailing around makes it even harder to hit somehow. No one really understands, but yeah, that just happened. So, spin cycle. You killed that one. There's still the one behind you that's flailing against your shield. What you gonna do?
Try and kill it.
I move over here, and then I shoot Zombo 3 with my dryer blaster.
Shoot him with the dryer blaster. Alright. Swing and a miss.
Darn it.
Dryer blaster heats up the grass around him and doesn't seem to affect the trees behind him though, or the horrible, creepy, plant-viney death trees.
I'm afraid to find out what happens when we piss those off.
Yeah, I'm glad that thing has kind of crappy range. Anyway, so yep, you take a shot at Zombo, it doesn't work. Susie, your turn. You've got some backup with good old Charles.
Okay, aim, and then swing.
Aim and a swing.
Damn it!
Ah, it's so close.
Alright, well, I'll just take another wild swing again, I guess.
Wild swing.
Yeah, wild swing. Yeah,
Yeah, that one hits. Alright, roll your 2d10. You can finish this poor bastard off. 12 damage, and that's to 6? Oh yeah, he was almost finished off beforehand. Yeah, you punch him, and you punch clean through his spine, and rip it out the other end. Mortal Kombat style. He has been finished.
Fatality.
So you pull his spine out and it's full of nasty goop, and I need to actually get zombie pod. It's full of nasty goop and nasty bits of plant stuff. And you kind of don't want to touch it any longer than you have to, so you throw it off into the tree. Right to the side there. And, yeah, you're glad not to have to touch it anymore. So, end of the round. Zombo number 3 is the only Zombo standing, but because he's a Zombo and doesn't really care, he's just gonna wander over, spin cycle, and try and hit him again. He just didn't. More flailing against the shield. He tripped on the path. It didn't go well for him. So, Charles, you're still Mr. Speedy Butt. What you gonna do?
I'm going to move over to like right here and shoot that remaining zombo.
Shooting him with your gas gun thingy that you haven't actually used yet.
Yes, good. Yeah.
Neato, give it a shot.
Alright. Is a 30.
What, you actually got exactly 30?
Yeah, 30.
Oh, sweet, because that's under a bit your ranged. So you hit him, yeah. Roll damage.
9.
Nice. He's still standing, though, as he hadn't actually been hit yet.
Damn it, zombie.
So you spray him with the nasty corrosive goop, and it sinks into his horrible, already sort of dissolving flesh, and it dissolves it a bit faster. You can see all the horrible bits starting to get exposed as it tears away from the normal flesh. Spin cycle! Your Zombo just got corrosive a little bit. What you gonna do?
I charge and I shoot my detergent gun.
Yeah, wash him off. That'll fix the problem. Alright.
Wash the stuff off.
Yeah, that looks like a miss. Spurts off.
We're really bad. Dear Princess Celestia, tonight I learned that we're really bad at killing zombies.
Well, you haven't died.
True.
That'd be like worst case. I somehow managed to kill you with all these bastards.
I lost
That was just the
10%
very
of my
first
health.
encounter.
That'd be kind of hard. These guys aren't very strong. A bit more durable than I initially planned. But anyway, Susie, you just squished him and tossed his spine into the trees. Or
Alright,
just off the
Susie
path.
decides that the best option is to seed on over to Zombo 3 and then proceed to blindly flail at his face, as she seems to be really good at doing.
Alright.
Oh!
Stop going directly on top of him. Makes it hard to see.
Sorry.
You flail very successfully on top of his head. And deal 6 more damage.
I got 3 and a 3.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, dubs. I got them dubs.
You got them dubs.
Check them.
So he flinches backwards with a sickening crunch, but still is standing somehow.
That is one durable zombie.
It doesn't look like he should be, but somehow the creepy plant matter is keeping him going. So, you got another punch. You can try. Wild swing.
I mean, yeah, might as well. Ooh.
Wow. You
Alright.
actually wildly swing direction. I know, holy crap.
Decimated.
That little bit that was keeping his torso attached to his lower half is no longer there, as you just rip it off and then
Alright.
swing, toss his poor upper torso off into the woods over here.
But let me just ask, how much health did he have left when I
He
hit
had-
him?
For 15, he had like 5 health.
Oh, overkill.
You squished him right good. And tossed his
Decimated.
nasty zombie torso off to the side. I suppose his legs are still there, but I don't want to make a separate pog for that.
Wait,
Zombie
the
legs.
still work?
Huh?
The legs still work?
No, they kind of collapsed when they were detached from his
Okay,
spine.
good. I was gonna say more.
No! Everyone, zombie legs! They all get up and attack you.
They start kicking us.
They start kicking you and flailing around.
Ignore him. Go into the science lab. There's zombie legs kicking at him. What? You
Alright,
let him
so-
fall you in?
So, you guys have successfully killed all of these stupid zombos. They're all dead.
It only took how many turns?
A bunch, I wasn't keeping track. We did get a bit speedier, though, as it went on, which was kind of nice.
I mean, yeah, the less zombies there are, the less turns there are.
Less zombies, getting more used to making faster decisions. Rolling dice. Killing zombies. Alright. So you guys have just successfully murdered the whole crap ton of zombies. Which you don't really feel bad about because they were zombies in the first place, so they're creepy. You kind of don't want to be here anymore.
Oh no, I think it was pretty nice. I would say enjoy the scenery.
Anyway, you see the opening to the cargo entrance to the base up ahead. Not too far off, but there don't seem to be any zombos between you and it. Now, there are some trees that are kind of close to the road that you're kind of worried about, but...
Alright, so we can just walk over there.
Yeah. Combat has ended, you don't have to, like, move in order.
What sort of flying on?
You go back and collect the creepy plant-infested robot spine.
I changed my mind, I kinda want it.
Okay.
Maybe one of the scientists couldn't have it or something wrong.
They'll probably freak out, but whatever. Alright. So as you guys get in there...
This isn't a bad idea at all. And I bump my head on the doorway and then lands, Mark.
Okay. You're landing. It's a pretty wide entrance. It is a cargo entry.
6 yards.
Yeah, you're no longer 6 yards in the air, so...
Alright.
Alright, let's unpublish some stuff. See, it's just kind of a short entryway. There's a couple boxes lying around that are empty for the most part. There is what looks to be a security door up ahead, but it also looks kind of broken.
Oh man. Alright guys. Shit.
You somehow managed to grab the tile and run away with it.
Why did you lock the tiles?
What, are they not locked? They should have been.
You should have done Susie.
There. Get that out of the way. Alright, with a bit of force you managed to get open the little doorway, shove it off to the side.
Susie punches right through it.
Right there. Let's just leave this stupid doorway away, because it's a pain to get it back under stuff.
Can I take the doorway with me?
It's still kind of attached to the wall.
Oh, okay.
Here, let me unpublish the rest of this stuff. That's about as far as you guys see. Yeah, it looks like there's some debris from the ceiling caving in up ahead in the straight path. You can't tell how recent it is. Actually, someone had investigation, right?
I think that might be me.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I have 20 investigation.
if you want to take some time, you can probably find out how recent it was that this stuff fell down. That'd probably give you a pretty good bonus to it.
No reason not to, sure.
This will be more determining how long it takes you to figure this out. So just roll percentile. Just as a skill, it's a percentage, so.
What's the time?
Nice. No, wait, that was your damage. Okay, so... Oh, really? The Skype call die?
No, it's good.
No, just
No.
wow.
Oh, Mikey got background problems again.
Nah, false.
Yeah, so just mute yourself if you're not talking, I guess.
Alright, what do I need to roll? Is that
Just a
15
percentage. Just a percentage die.
Wasn't that 15 my damage from earlier?
Yeah, that was. I got confused. Just roll a percentage, and then it'll figure out how long it takes you to figure stuff out. 62. And that's pretty abysmal, but it is pretty easy to find out that this wasn't a whole hell of a long time ago. Like, there's a bunch of dust from the debris, but there's not, like, any creepiness going on with it. There's not...
How thick is that rock?
It fills the corridor pretty...
Are there any, like, what looks to be narrow points in the rock in which I can punch?
You could try punching through it. You want to make another investigation check?
Yeah.
27. That's a bit better. So I'm going to say that you can tell that it looks like that it was caved in with an explosive. And from that you can guess that it might have been intentional instead of damage that any zombos could have done. You can still try and punch through it, but...
You know what? If this thing was exploding, it was for a good reason. Let's go. God,
No, so I didn't draw anything over there, so that'd be kind of a pain. Stop moving around the blocks.
It's not my fault.
Are they not locked?
No, nothing you spawn is locked.
Oh, shit. Well,
That's why.
that's weird, because they're locked for me. Well, here.
Oh no,
Oh
Susan.
no.
There we go.
There, that work?
Yeah, that works.
I'm locked.
Well, then unlock
Click the
yourself.
character. Yeah, don't click the icon and hit unlock.
Okay.
Alright.
You guys wanna go left or right? Just gotta mindlessly wandering around.
You kind of meander around in the center for a bit. Control
I don't care.
percentage.
Left.
Susie's taking charge, alright.
Guys, go over to the left, and over there.
Why isn't Charles just like appearing from one side of the corridor to the other? He's that fast.
All this.
Oh my god. Alright.
Turn off the private map. Relock
Lock.
everything.
Unlock your character. What's in here? Is this like an extra corridor?
No, that's just a glitch. Don't worry
Ah.
about that. It was just a stupid thing when it got published out of order. So there's a little doorway here. It looks more secure, like it hasn't been broken yet. It looks like it's not particularly well secured. This one at the end of the corridor looks like a pretty hefty security door.
Is there any way to open it?
There's a little keypad on the side, but you don't know what you're doing with it. Like, it's just a bunch of numbers and
Can
like
I punch the keypad?
Can I spray it with detergent?
if you want to, you
I actually don't think that's a good idea.
can try knocking.
We might need to... Alright, is there
This is the facility that you guys were supposed to go and protect. I mean, you could destroy all the security locks.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need protection, that's where we go. Alright, is there any way to open this door easily?
Yeah, it's not secure locked or anything. It's just a door that you can open.
I just like peek inside.
Yeah, sure. It's apparently a big door. Whatever, it slides off into the walls because it's awesome and this is the future.
Peek my head around.
So, you peek in there.
Charles just fucking bolts right in. Apparently.
Ah!
I just fucking books it. And again, that little hole in the wall is kind of a artifact from this, so...
Is there
It's
enough?
weird that... Not really, there's a couple desks lying around that I didn't have time to actually put on the stupid map. There's a couple desks, couple sciencey things. It looks like it was abandoned, but not actually, like, trashed yet. You could do an investigation check. Again. 90. Yeah, you can't really tell. Cursory looks like it was just abandoned.
Oh god, fucking block.
I'll relock the map. Investigating the blackness is kind of pointless. Weird that it doesn't keep stuff locked, because it's all locked for me still when I try and move stuff. Anyway.
I'm curious now. I'm booking it. I want to figure this out. Charles, stop. Fucking...
He's faster than you guys. You can't really stop him from being Charles.
God, he's already in fucking... Damn it, Charles.
As well. Private map, lock pods. Alright. So, At the end of this corridor, you find another little tunnel way that looks like it's blocked off with rocks again. No, stop it.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Whatever. Alright. I mean...
So, it looks like there's another high security door here. There's the normal keypad off to the left, and then there's a little, what looks like an intercom off to the right.
Oh, sweet, okay.
It's hard to tell.
Can I punch these rocks? I don't want to punch your rocks.
I'm not going to stop you from punching rocks.
I'm not going to punch your rocks.
Okay.
Yeah, at least. I may come back. We'll see. Alright, so who of the three is the most diplomatic?
I'm a washing machine.
Very charming.
Charles actually has point and charm, but keep in mind, these guys are expecting you, assuming that there are friendly people in the base and they are the scientists and they aren't all, like, dead or something.
Well, I'm going to just, like, I probably have, like, zombie gore all over me, so I think Charles...
Yeah, you're probably covered in creepy, planty zombie bits that are still kind of...
And I'm still clutching a zombie spine in my hand, so...
You might want to get spin cycle to wash you off a bit.
Alright, can you keep that detergent gun away from me?
Fine, I use my washer can.
No, I said no.
Alright. So Charles runs back to the old room, because he's Charles, and no one can stop him.
Charles is very speedy.
Alright.
Alright, that's fine, Charles.
And I did this with stealth too, so...
Alright.
What?
Yes, stealth all the way back over there, and no one
Alright,
notices.
fine, you know what? Like, fucking Susie goes up to the intercom, tries not to punch it.
Punches it in that she pushes the button instead of actually punching the machine.
Yeah.
Alright. So you press it, and, you're gonna say anything? There's
Hi, I don't know, just Susie... Hold on a second.
This is an RP weekend, I assume you guys want to at least try and
Sorry.
see if you can get in character or something.
Says hi. Did anybody respond? I didn't take my headset off.
There's static for a little bit. And you hear some other...
mercenaries... No, hold on. I after a second I say, where the mercenaries that got sent here?
You hear static for a few seconds, then a muffled... You hear someone fumbling with the microphone on the other side. Let me grab the rest of it. No, you did not. Okay. Well, there's not much, a whole lot left in this room. May as well just put it there. As you can see, my awesome planning skills have left most of the map completely blank.
Yay.
But, if I go over here, you hear dude on the other side say, "Hello? Where have you been? You were supposed to be here yesterday." So many zombies. He's kind of freaking out.
Those things outside, those are easy.
Easy for you, maybe.
Don't even bullshit it. No.
Well, I'm very British, so yes, I say they're easy.
You are very British.
Very British.
Let me check here. Is that Spin Cycle saying it, or?
That's me saying it.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's fucking... Susie casually punches Spin Cycle in the face for being a dick.
That sounds...
Are they really easy? Does that mean they're gone? Are they away from the entrance? I've been trying to keep them away, but keep trying to get in here.
Charles, you talk to him.
There was only like 8 of them, but
Only
yeah,
like 8.
We took care of them like pretty fast. I mean,
8? No, I heard there were more, but if that's all that were there, maybe the others wandered off. Okay. Here, you guys need to come inside for a bit, and we'll get you...
Washed off?
Yeah. You hear him nervously fumble with some buttons real quick. Alright, alright, this should do it. And with a fancy sciencey whoosh, these little...
A triple whoosh.
A triple whoosh, because they unlock one at a time, all fancy. But from his side, so you only see the final door open. You hear stuff moving
I
around.
think I nearly see this. Like, Charles!
Charles is suddenly already behind him, and he kind of squeaks and shudders around and runs off this way. Hides in a corner.
Does Charles even talk? Is Charles just gonna be that guy?
Charles is just going to appear behind people. That's just it.
Charles is son of a bitch.
So now he's huddling in a corner.
Okay, you know, it's,
Alright.
it's like what you talking about. I'm covering gore. Charles is like the fucking logs up behind people. I'm clutching a zombie spot in my hand.
Hey, are you gonna close the door? There's got a zombies out there.
Little do you know, Susie's actually accidentally standing right next to the door panel, still clutching
He's-
that spine.
Kind of intimidated by you guys. It's not going to lie. He's kind of freaked out.
Oh man. Susie's just standing there looking pretty oblivious.
He's... Charles is just zooming around like a crazy bastard that he is.
Being fast.
Thankfully, security kicks in, and after a few seconds, the door starts closing automatically.
Charles! Is he trying to go for one last lap before it closes completely? You're a dick, Charles. Might as well just be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, as amusing as it is having you guys move around all these silly pogs, I have run out of map for this area so far.
Oh, really?
So we can continue on just voice and description and stuff, but sadly you can't, unless you say you just kind of appear behind people, which, sure. I do have a bit more stuff we can do, but if you want to take a break here, we're good. That would be fine as well.
I don't mind.
Hmm?
I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
Yes?
That was a yes.
Alright.
It's up to everybody else if they want to.
Guard is still terrified.
Sure.
The fact that you're weaving the zombie spine in his face doesn't really help. And the other guy keeps disappearing.
I'm not that close. I'm not that close. I'm like, 5 yards away from him.
Well, now the guy that keeps disappearing is now just standing ominously in front of his face, so that's probably not so good for morale.
Charles, stop being a dick. Stay still for like 3 seconds.
I'm just standing here. I'm waiting for him to say something. Oh, that old chap. Are you gonna say something?
Okay. Sorry, it's just... kind of backs off a little more from the face.
What? You want to sit down for some tea and chips?
Sissy approaches him. Hands holds out the spine and asks why it looks like a robot spine when it came from a plant zombie.
He kind of backs off a little bit, and opens the door on the other side of the room and just kind of sprints out of it. It isn't very fast compared to you guys because he's just human, but he books it as fast as... No, okay, yeah. He trips, falls on his face.
I'm sorry I bastardized your character.
No, it's hilarious.
Is there anyone else we can talk to, old mate?
He kind of feebly points forward since he's now face planted onto the ground. Further along the hallway, there's another kind of not super fancy door. It looks like the other one that was non-ransacked yet, that just opened with getting close to it. It makes that sci-fi swoosh noise that Star Trek Enterprise doors make. Since this is the future, yeah. You can see a couple arrows along the sides of the walls, sort of like the intro to like Half-Life 2 where they had all the, or Half-Life, whatever. There are a couple guiding lines along on the walls. One of them says, There's one going down through that door that says research lab, cafeteria, and what is the other one? Living quarters. And then there's another going through a side door over to the left that says, what is it? Armory, barracks, and first aid place? And first aid, I guess.
Spin Cycle decides to go to the first aid because he got damaged a bit.
Yeah, you got damaged. You're a bit scratched up. How much damage do you actually take? Like 9, 10 points?
10.
10 points? You're pretty scratched up. You can still move around just fine, and you're an android, so it wouldn't recover all on its own, but it would recover eventually. It would be nice to get some actual medical attention, though. Or at least wait until one of the other party members shows up from the reserves who can actually fix stuff.
Which is only one person.
Currently, I can make more, but I probably will actually, because that's kind of a useful ability. So you wander down that way, kind of soapy clean, but still kind of grimy in certain places. Might want to wash yourself off a bit. So you wander down that way. Anyone else? Everyone just going to keep harassing this poor face-planted guard?
I'm going to walk around to see if I can find any more people.
Alright, you just kind of sneaky teleport around, because you're a fast bastard. Try and shock more people into freaking out. Alright, so you wander, I assume, the other direction? Or are you going to head towards first aid as well?
I'll go the other direction.
Alright, so you wander towards the other couple arrows. Susie? You gonna harass poor Mr. Face Planted over there? Oh, you gotta be quiet now? Alright. You kind of want to harass poor Mr. Guard. Poor Mr. Guard. What doors are there? Okay. So over on the left, honestly I should probably just drop a map in Psi for next time, because that'll be easier than trying to construct one in game table, because it's kind of a pain. There's one door over to the left that looks like it's leading to the armory and medbay areas. Medbay, that's what it's called. And
Sick
then,
bay.
huh?
Sick bay, med bay.
Sick bay. Let's go with medbay since they're being attacked by zombies. Or how about it was sick bay, but then someone painted over it medbay. Yeah, that sounds about right. And then the other one goes towards living quarters, operations, and experiments, I think. Or research lab. You head towards research labs. Alright, so once you go through that first door, it splits up through to the different areas. There's a couple different corridors over to your left, right, and front ahead. It looks like the... what is it? Living quarters are off to the left. The research labs are over on the corridor to the right, and it looks like the doors widen up a bit. It looks like there's a secondary corridor that was also collapsed like the previous ones that you assume is the main cargo entrance, since it's a lot wider than the security doors you just came through. In fact, with a bit of extra deduction, you assume that since those big doors didn't have as much security on them and were less secure, they probably collapsed them in on themselves because they didn't have sufficient means to keep them closed and every nasty zombie critter out. Let's over on the left. It looks like operations is straight ahead. You ask the poor whimpering guard on the ground where all the scientists are at. Alright. So, he kind of looks up, sees the scary lady who's still holding a creepy dismembered zombie spine, and kind of feebly points towards the line on the wall that says Research Center. Just stares out, just follow the line. He's kind of freaking out. He doesn't want to be here. This whole situation is just not so good for him, what with the zombies and him only having his little poor guard pistol thing. Oh god, that doesn't help. He curls into a little ball. Just whimpers. You walk off towards the research labs. Charles, you still teleporting around looking for people to torment?
Yeah, still looking around.
So you're teleporting around. Jeez, I went and split the party. That's the first thing you're not supposed to do, but I suppose it is well, not an in-combat situation, so it doesn't really matter. The zombies can't get in. The security doors are pretty damn secure, even if they want to.
It's safe.
Rawr. Yeah. Security doors are, in fact, way too secure. And these scientist guys are really, really glad they have these doors. Even though you left the main door open, it wouldn't have taken much to get through. So now they're just kind of wandering about in there. So, that's kind of your fault, but whatever. They can't really get anywhere from here. So, let's see, who should I follow first? How about Spin Cycles? I haven't talked to him in a bit. So, you were wandering towards the med bay, which I keep forgetting what it's called. Oh god, no you can't. Unless you pick him up and throw him out of the door, which you don't know the codes to open. So, ha. Plus, I'm pretty sure I'd have to give you some corruption points for throwing a guard into a zombie-infested hallway. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Girl. Whatever. So, Richard, you go through, it's a sort of short hallway. You see a branching off area over to the right that has armory written on it. Or that has a big door that says army written on it that looks like it's seen some fair use recently. And further ahead it looks like there's a med bay. Or doors that say med bay on them. They don't look as clean as they probably used to be. Richard? Still there? There you go.
Can the medbay be used for robots, or would it be better to go to the armory?
You assume medbay means anyone. Armory is more, actually has guns in it. That
Okay,
poor
I get
Mr.
the
Guard can
medbay.
use. And in the medbay, there are... let's see, considering this is a small type station, there are two kind of... It's a fairly medium-sized room. There's 2 rows of kind of medical curtained-off beds that are going up and down the sides of the room. There looks to be a couple of them in use, only 2 or 3, and they're curtained off. It's around midday, but there aren't any windows in this room, so it looks like it's kept kind of dark and under the actual curtains, so you can't see who or what's actually in there. There is one person dressed up in not really medical gear, but it looks like they tried. Like they didn't have adequate supplies for an actual, like, full-on nurse or doctor outfit, but they do have some, like, gloves and a mask other than their normal kind of almost military get-up. They look over and are very surprised that a washing machine has somehow walked into their med bay.
Well, I walk up to the guy and ask him if he can repair a robot.
Looks a bit startled. And then calms back down a little bit. He sees that the wounds are kind of tinged, kind of a nasty greenish color due to their claws being kind of nasty looking. He goes, "Oh, did you come from outside? Oh, well, yeah, of course. Just take a seat on the bed over there. I should have a free one open. I'll go get my supplies." He goes off and opens a couple of different closets that are lined up across the room. He searches through them a bit. He doesn't seem particularly familiar with all of the where stuff is placed, since it seems like it was put together kind of haphazardly.
Suddenly,
Okay.
pineapples.
What?
Suddenly, pineapples.
What? Are you harassing people again?
No, I haven't found anybody to harass, so
And sorry, it's hard to manage multiple people at once.
that's fine.
So after a while, after a short amount of searching, the guy finally discovers the right tools and wanders over to you and says, "So why are you on this island? Are you part of the mercenary group? I heard you guys were coming, but I thought that was supposed to be a couple days ago."
Yeah, we got a bit waylaid along the way.
Oh dear. I'll, I'll, I'll have you patched up as soon as I can. And so he begins going to work. Let's see how long that might take. It'll take a couple minutes. Alright, so while you're getting that done, you make, I don't know, he's focusing pretty hard. It seems like he's not the most familiar with this, but he does know what he's doing. So he's just trying to focus and not think about why you got beat up by zombies. Alright, so, over with Charles and Susie, who are working towards the research section, I believe. I assume you're just with her because I don't want to split you guys up even more because that's just a pain. They're teleporting around, looking for people to harass because you're a bastard. Well, not really. You're just hyperactive, let's say. And
Sure, why not?
I did give you points in charm for some reason.
Yeah, I'm very charming.
But anyway, after a short hallway, there seems to be... It looks like... Hold on, I dropped my thing. So, it looks like up ahead there's another fairly well-reinforced door. Not to the magnitude of the other one, the little three-pronged door, but it does look like it would require... It has a little intercom section off to the left. And I think a hand scanner to the right, let's say. Hand scanners are kind of futury. That sounds right.
Yeah.
So, you two kind of walk up to that.
Push buttons. And
Immediately
say,
place your
"Hey,
scattered hand
everyone
on
in
the
there?"
scanner without hesitation. Well, it makes the standard little whoosh sound of a hand scanner going off, and then it kind of flashes red and goes, eh. Nothing else happens.
The intercom, asking if anyone's in there.
After a few seconds, you hear some scrabbling around on the other side, and you hear a kind of staticky voice come through the microphone. It's like, "Yes? Who is it? I don't recognize that voice. What do you want?"
We're the mercenary group that was hired, and we're looking for someone to talk to in more depth and to know what we're doing.
Oh, the mercenaries finally showed up. Good. We're in the middle of stuff. Could you go to the operations center? Yes, I think I'll let them know that you're here, so they can be expecting you. Right. Oh, thank God. All right. We're so glad that people have finally shown up. We can finally get some more supplies. We've been running low, and science is not meant to be delayed. All right.
I just kind of just heard operating room and dashed off.
Okay, you're already gone. Susie demands to get knowledge about the spine. The scientist on the other side goes, "The spine? What?" The camera zooms down over and goes, "Oh." The person seems to be holding back their gag reflex. Oh, okay. Was that from one of the... Oh, I suppose it is, isn't it? You yell zombie spine at them.
Zombie spine.
Yes, I figured. Alright, this is... We're trying to... Leave it there and we'll get a contamination bin to put it in, because we don't want it messing with our other samples. Yes. Please. Put it down, away from the camera. door isn't open, so the only other options are go over to the operations center. All right. So you head off. Yeah. Oh, we got some weird. Hey, Charles, the dick. Indeed, you go to attempt to catch up to Charles, the dick, who is already at the operations center, which is just a few short hallways away. It's actually a bit more of a turn. There's a couple twists and turns, but you make it there pretty quickly. And, well, he is already at the, again, slightly more secure door, similar to the one you were just at. There's a similar camera, little handprint scanner thing, and the intercom.
Press the intercom, going, "Hey, anyone in here?" Very British accent.
In much less response time than there was at the previous doors, you hear a response pretty immediately saying, "Yes, I hear you're the mercenaries. Good, come in, come in." And the door makes more fancy sci-fi swooshy noises as it opens up. Only 2 layers this time, so it's a bit faster. And inside you see what looks to be a couple small offices that got repurposed into a command center in that they got their walls blown off so that they could have a bigger room. It looks like they used to be part of the living quarters or an extra research lab maybe, but it got kind of repurposed. There's a couple tables over to the side and some... Or possibly it was a command center at one point, but then they decided they really needed more space without the fancy supplies to make it a bigger base. So they just kind of smashed some walls and made do. So, in there are, I believe, 4 individuals at the time. One sitting at the kind of main desk in a fancy sci-fi lab chair. 2 others off looking through various filing cabinets. And one sitting at a smaller desk a bit closer, holding a microphone that you assume was in charge of the door. They all look up when you enter, because you are probably the most interesting people they've seen in quite a while. And by interesting, I mean sociopathic, but, you know, same difference. You guys actually aren't too bad. You've only killed zombies so far. Mercenaries are, however, not... They're held at a distance, let's say. Not really the highest regard, but they're good at what they do. And anywho, the one behind the main desk clears his throat as you guys enter. They all kind of repulse slightly as they see the spine that Creel is still holding on to.
I flick my hair and turn my head to him, going, "Yes."
All right, Susie. So,
Watching.
crosses his arms in front of his chest and says, "It's about time you guys showed up. I know the communications have been slow and that sometimes we can't get a signal, but I'd really hoped you guys had showed up before now. I mean, we had to close off the main cargo entrance. It'll be a pain getting those extra supplies in now. So, what did it look like out there? I see that he kind of nods towards the spine and some of the goopy bits that have been kind of fallen onto you in the fray of battle. I see that you've encountered the natives, or what used to be the natives. What did it look like out there?"
Well, it wasn't really too bad. There was about 8 of them that came around us, and yeah, Susie, for some reason, decides to keep a spine on her, and yeah.
Well,
So, what can we do for you?
I'm sure the researchers will find some use for that. They've only been able to get a few samples. The couple guards that were posted are just not equipped to deal with this kind of situation, sadly. Which is why we've hired some extra help. Are you it? I was assuming there'd be more of you here.
There is one more with us. He went to go get repairs.
Oh. Well, you knew what kind of work you were getting into when you came here, so... well... Alright, well, it's good that you're here. We can get your accommodation set up. I know there should be... If it's just you three for now, I'll assume the rest of you will show up at a later date. Hope not too long. I'm not sure if we'll be needing the extra help immediately, but I'm sure the scientists will be very happy to have as much protection as possible. They aren't exactly too pleased with the situation we found ourselves in. Yes, it's also good that you guys came in small numbers. Otherwise, you might have attracted more of a welcome party, I would say. He sighs fairly exasperatedly. So, well, give us some time to plan and set stuff up. If you would report over to the living quarters, we can get you set up with a room, or a few rooms for now. And then we can figure out what to do from there. I was hoping we'd have more of a party, or more of a group to start off with, but I think I can find you something to do before everyone else shows up. So, yeah, dismissed, I guess.
Alrighty then.
You get the impression he isn't too used to having to deal with mercenaries or military people in general.
Yeah, something going on there. Spam that shit. Gosh, I hate those mercenary types. What?
So Susie,
Washing machine with us.
Susie just grumps off to her room, still clutching the horrible severed zombie spine. There is one person who's kind of manning the rooms that was waiting for you guys to show up, and he just kind of stares at the little zombie thing. He's holding a little map in one hand, but he's just kind of staring. It's a zombie spine.
So you got a room for us, buddy?
Oh, yes. You two are in a room. He kind of shakily gestures off to the side. It's like room 12 and 13 over that way. Just not breaking eye contact with that horrible spine. Just staring.
Alright, well, is there a key that we need to get in, or?
Doors are open.
Alright. Dash off into the room.
You disappear. He doesn't notice. He's too busy staring at the spine. The room is... You can tell it was kind of hacked together. There's a cot on one side. There's a couple shelves that you can put, some extra clothes in a bag, that kind of stuff. Definitely temporary, but they are, not the worst place you've had to live. These are just extra living quarters that the scientists didn't have to use, or are currently unoccupied. You don't really feel like asking why. But, yeah. Susie's still staring at the poor, traumatized guard, who's starting to recoil slightly.
I guess, is there a bathroom in there? Like a shower, toilet, sink, stuff?
It looks like there are, because this is the future, and they can just slide stuff in and out of walls and some bullshit. It looks like you have a nice little tiled-off area that has an optional, curtain that goes around it that has various utilities that can slide out, if you so desire.
Toilet.
Yes,
Sliding toilet.
because it's the future.
Shower off thing.
Alright. You get all cleaned up, relieve yourself, blah blah blah, good stuff. And Susie just grumps off towards her room and just slams the door. The guard outside kind of jolts as if he was suddenly slapped, but then doesn't really... He didn't notice that you wandered off and was just kind of blankly staring into space. Kind of scratches his head and finds some place to go sit down for a while. In fact, he goes over to the med bay, because yeah, he's not feeling too hot anymore. So you two are in your room, chilling. Spin cycle. It's been a couple minutes.
Finished yet?
Yes, actually. It looks like he just finished up. Yeah, actually, since you're mostly mechanical, he just finished scrubbing off the last couple bits of damage, filled in the couple things, fixed up a little bit.
So I'm fully healed?
Yep, you're back at full.
Hooray!
Alright. You should be good to go. Let me know if you need any more assistance in the future, because that's why I'm here. Hopefully, though, we can get those extra supplies so we can heal our less durable companions. He motions over to the couple beds that are already filled.
Thank you for everything.
Alright.
And
Yeah.
then Spin Cycle walks out of the infirmary.
He yells after you. There should be a room for you set up. So, right.
And I guess Spin Cycle heads over to the rooms.
You pass a guard on the way here. He kind of just stares blankly at you, hands you the little map that he had on hand, and then kind of keeps going. It looks like there's a couple rooms marked off as mercenary, so you're guessing one of them is yours. He didn't tell you which one. In fact, he probably doesn't even know which ones you guys went into, so...
Spin Cycle chooses a random room.
Alright. You walk into Susie's room. Susie yells at you. Yep. I'm a mind reader, apparently. Susie yells at you.
He exits the room and tries again.
And... yeah, that'll work. You find an empty room that hasn't been occupied, which is... you're pretty happy about that. So, yeah, now you're all set up. Looks like there's some space for stuff. It's about the same as standard and what I described earlier. So, you guys can rest up. Get yourselves all fresh and ready to go again. If you would like, we could stop it here, or you guys can try and do the one last thing I can think of that you guys might want to do. But it's up to you guys. Want to do a little bit more or call it here? It's getting pretty close to when I'd have to call it. Like, I'm not sure I could fit another encounter in, even if it was a short one.
Yeah, I guess we should stop.
Alright. Well, that was pretty fun. I'm glad that it picked up once we got past all the zombies. And the zombies actually got a bit faster after a while, so.
Oh,
I hope you guys enjoyed this a little bit. This sets us up pretty nicely for the next session, where we can either have you guys continuing to do stuff, get some more supplies, or we can have some new characters show up with extra supplies and rendezvous, and maybe complete some extra missions that I'll have written up for next session. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, at least a little bit, and hopefully we can get a bit more actual talking and role-playing out of this instead of just rolling dice at each other. Though it is good that I have a bit of more of a handle on the system now. I'll probably have to tweak you guys' stats a little bit. You want to buy the guard. Well, that would take a
Well, if you are
whole...
a mercenary, you'll probably have some cash.
I think he's just going to run away whenever he sees you, though, so that might be kind of hard.
Buy a collar and leash.
He's on door duty, so you just kind of stand menacingly next to him. just staring. Kind of starts freaking out. And then you hear scratching on the door as the zombie pokes it, and he freaks the fuck out and runs away down the hallway. Anyway, that's for the future. So I'll probably be tweaking your guys' stats a little bit now that I have a bit of a better handle on how combat actually flows. I'll probably be tweaking the zombies a bit as well and be a bit more mindful about what I throw at you guys. It is good that I got a chance to see how all this stuff worked and get an idea of combat and role-playing and such. I'm glad that we got into it. You can continue to try and do that. He's not very useful. He only has a pistol, and he's not very good with it. Hence why they had to close up everything and hire mercenaries. But that will be the end of the session. If you don't mind, I will close up this game table and stop streaming for now.
Alrighty then.
I'm not sure anyone's actually in the stream to begin with, but for now, thanks for watching, if anyone did.